Welcome. I'm Michael Price, your host.
And I'm Nancy, your co-host. Today is August 14th, and before I forget, congratulations on your 40th year anniversary in business.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at a pretty monumental shift in government contracting, specifically the SBA's brand new rules for the 8A Business Development Program.
Yeah, we're drawing on an August 14th, 2026 legal analysis by Aaron C. Beasley. It's a massive pivot that essentially changes who gets a seat at the table.
Right, because minority business certification just fundamentally changed, from a race-based presumption to an evidence-based test, and we really need to unpack why that matters for the economic landscape around you.
Exactly. But to understand the new rule, we kind of have to look at the legal earthquake that shattered the old one.
Well, think about it like trying to get into an exclusive venue. For years, the bouncer just checked a VIP list. Like if your group was on it, you walked in based on your background.
Right, but overnight that list gets shredded. Now the bouncer says, I don't care who you are. Show me a literal receipt proving you were unfairly kept out of other venues.
So what caused that VIP list to just disappear?
A federal court ruling, Ultima Services Corp versus USDA. The court found that the SBA's old rebuttable presumption, which automatically assumed certain groups were socially disadvantaged, actually violated equal protection guarantees.
So it was unconstitutional. They just had to drop it.
Completely. In its place, they created this race-neutral group discrimination plus self-certification test, and any U.S. citizen can take it now.
Okay, so if everyone needs a receipt at the door, what actually counts as proof for this new test?
Well, you have to provide public documented evidence of group bias. This means pointing to, prior discriminatory regulations, unlawful DEI policies, or race-based quotas.
Like historical barriers, say the pre-1974 banking rules that barred women from getting credit.
That is a perfect example. You can even cite college admission disparities, like the Supreme Court's Students for Fair Admissions versus Harvard case.
Wait, really? How does a Harvard admissions lawsuit prove a local government contractor suffered material harm? That feels like a massive leap.
It does sound like a leap, but it's about showing a chain of systemic barriers. If you can use public evidence to show your demographic faced systemic bias in higher education, you have a case.
So the argument is that being kept out of college directly impacted their ability to gain credentials, to build a business.
You hit the nail on the head, then you self-certify that you suffered material harm because of it.
But making a small business owner dig up Supreme Court cases, that sounds like a paralyzing burden compared to just writing a personal narrative.
The SBA argues it actually reduces subjectivity by relying on public records. But they also made a massive concession by broadening what material harm means.
Okay. How broad are we talking?
Very. You don't have to prove you were outright denied a loan. Simply being discouraged from applying to a program because of those documented barriers counts as material harm.
Wow, just being discouraged counts. So with the September 10th, 2026 deadline looming, who's actually scrambling to get these receipts together?
Roughly 4,190 pending individually owned applications are caught in the transition, but existing 8A participants can breathe easy.
Oh, right, because the SBA treats social disadvantage as a one-time finding.
Exactly. Current participants do not need to recertify.
What if a contractor is partnering with a tribal-owned 8A firm? Do they need to hit pause?
No, it's business as usual. Firms owned by Indian tribes, Alaska Native corporations, and Native Hawaiian organizations are completely exempt.
Because social disadvantage was never a statutory requirement for them to begin with, right?
Spot on. Their framework hasn't changed at all.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, a contractor, or just a citizen watching the economy, how the government remedies disadvantage really ripples through the whole ecosystem you participate in.
It absolutely redefines the starting line for government support.
Which leaves us with a fascinating question. Since applicants can self-certify harm based merely on being discouraged from applying, could this highly subjective definition actually open the floodgates?
That's a great point. It really might.
Right. We might see a whole new wave of applicants who'd never have qualified under the old system. The bouncer wants receipts, but it turns out a lot more people might be carrying them.
If you found this video helpful, please consider donating to helpallvets.org. Thank you.
A special thank you to MarketUS.com for furnishing us this information. You can reach them at MarketUS.com or call them at 954-636-3232. Before we go, this deep dive was created by the MarketUS.com team. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's right below the subscribe link.